First question, why Babylon 5? Why go home now?
Why not? No, what happened was Warner Brothers, seeing the 30th anniversary coming along, said, let's do an animated movie.
Okay.
And because we've lost so many of our original cast members, it's kind of
Rest in peace.
In any other way. And before I committed a word to paper, I sent a note to the cast saying, some of you may have to work with actors playing your fallen friends. And are you okay with that? If anyone here is not okay with it, we won't do it. And they all said, yes, we want to do it, and we also want to make those performances a testimony to the original actors who played those parts. So then came time to write. What I wanted to do, I realized, was a celebration of E5 and the 30th anniversary. Something that new viewers could enjoy, old viewers, original viewers would like, and something fun. The first thing that came to mind, obviously, even though I'm an atheist, was a line from the Bible, make a joyful noise. Let's make a joyful noise. Let's have some fun, and create something with heart that's raucous, that's out loud and funny, but also at the same time has a heartfelt sensibility to it. So and then I wrote the script and turned it in. They had no notes. We just, they left me alone because I don't take notes very well. they heard that about me.
Okay.
But beyond that, though, they're all fans. They're all fans of the show, and they also we want to be involved in this and make it feel real. Yeah.
So what's going on in the reboot?
I can't talk about that. There's a strike on.
All right. Our other one, Wheeled Warriors. Will we ever finally have a conclusion of Wheeled Warriors?
I don't own that show. I have nothing to do with it.
All right, never mind.
You're 0 for 2.
All right.
I'm super excited about the animated feature, of course. I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it. When does it come out?
The animated feature?
Yeah.
August 15th.
August 15th. And also the remastered Blu-ray set's coming out.
Yeah.
That I'm super excited for. You can't talk about that.
Okay.
I know Claudia was very excited about this animated movie.
Yeah.
Like insanely excited. And when I first heard about it, I thought, oh my goodness, a lot of the people that we love from the show are no longer with us.
Yeah.
So when you replace their characters, were you trying to get somebody who embodied the character, or more like a voice actor that could do the character similar?
Yeah, we don't want to do a straight up imitation of it. We want characters or actors who to give us a sensibility of the original character, not try to fill that person's void. So some are more dead on than others. The cast were all excited about it. But what's funny is that you never know how a project's actually going to come out. So, and no one in the cast has seen the finished film yet, and I met with Bruce to do the commentary. And I sit in the booth waiting for the film to come up. He leans over and says, how is it really? And I said, Bruce, it's the best thing we've done since the original D5. It feels like the original show. And doing the commentary, he forgets to talk constantly. He's watching it. Yeah, this big grin on his face. I have to keep nudging him. Bruce. No one wants to hear me talk. God knows.
The multiple timeline aspect of the animated feature, was that inspired by because we lost so many people and you did things slightly different, or is that just, did you have that idea in your head before this came about?
Well, I kind of wanted to play with the timeline a bit. I don't want to do the multiverse thing where John Sheridan is a bunny rabbit. That might be a bit much. That's for the sequel.
But you can't talk about that.
No.
That's in the future. You can't hear about that.
I thought all the fans know how the show goes.
Right.
So what if this changed? What if this didn't happen? What if this thing happened over there? And play with the continuity of it. Because as a fan myself, I know that it's always the details we get lost in. Ask myself or any other fan what time it is will give you a history of the watch.
Right.
So I wanted to write a show for that instinct.
Do you have any ideas for future projects you can do if you continue the animated universe?
I never not have ideas. They're just.
Well, you're famous for that.
They've lived with me for 20 years, and they're always, very often I'll be
almost 30.
Almost 30 since the debut. I'll be talking to someone, and I'll hear Londo's voice in my head with a funny remark, and I'll say it. They give him the credit for it. So yeah, they've never left. So there are plenty of stories out there. Particularly there's kind of a reset that's done at the end of the movie that shows you where this can go in the future. So it's definitely. spoiling.
You just spoiled us.
I have a follow-up.
Well, you say you seem to be very positive about it. So you said make a joyful noise. What was the joyful noise you made after watching this, seeing the final result?
Well, it wasn't like a final result because I saw all the pieces going into it. I was working with the animation team, so we saw the character designs. I saw the small pieces of it put together and give me my notes. So then I finally got it all at one shot. It was the final mix down of the audio, and it made me happy. You know, I think that if you are creating art of any kind, you step back end of the day and you say, you know, I'm happy. And if it all goes away today, if I get hit by a truck, I'm okay with it because this is really pretty good.
This is what you wanted to be.
Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so every Babylon 5 fan knows that season 5 of the show was going to happen, then it wasn't going to happen, then it happened, and you had to take stories that were truncated and stretch them out and move things around. And obviously, some of the cast left in the 5th season, including Claudia. You mentioned her; she's back. What kind of full circle catharsis does that offer you, if any? With working with her, both with working with her as an actor and then writing that character again, in terms of now I can say more about her than I had a chance to.
Yeah. We repaired the gap between assets the place which you left on the show. We made an offer to Baal, and that made a huge difference.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Atheist but believes in both.
Yeah, that child will never be seen again.
Okay.
And you know, it's fun having that character back and having them all available to us. In the course of the show, we'll bring together Lockley and Ivanova and Sinclair and all the characters. All
Talia?
the characters. No. 3 down. So
They're over 3 emotions.
You finally see, you know, like Lockley and Ivanova have that scene. You finally see, you know, Ivanova and Lita have that scene. It's stuff that wasn't able to be done. So we repaired the bridges and everything.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's great. Lita's one of my favorite characters, and it always felt like her story was going somewhere very, very urgent, and then the show ended. So do we finally get some resolution to the character? I know in like some of the ancillary writing, they talk about what happened to Lita. You were doing like this whole Dark Phoenix thing. Do we finally get some of Lita and her story wrapped up on screen?
No, because where the movie starts is after the season 5 episode Objects in Motion.
Okay.
Where they're leaving the station to go to Minbog. So that went on a lot further down the road.
Okay.
So you don't really see that.
Okay. I gather you're in touch with Patricia. Like, did she have any thoughts on her character, where you were going to take her story?
The actors never give me notes of where they think the character should go.
Even if you occupy the same.
If the executives can't give it.
No, the policy because the first time I ever did a 5-year arc, even a random line could be important to you. There were no changes to be allowed to the script. If someone had a request, they would go on the microphone, bring Joe downstairs, bring Joe down, Joe's coming down, Joe's coming down. And if I said no, you know, like, okay, after a while they just stopped asking.
Yeah.
So they don't have any suggestions of the character. They're happy to play it as well.
All right.
What was it like working with Matt Peters as director?
Matt and Rick were just amazing. They're fans of the show, and they were so detail oriented in terms of the look of the characters in the station. And one part where I sort of caused them a lot of grief because they recreated the Star Furies, and the way the engines were working were more like regular jets. And I said, no. When they slow down, they fire the front engine. They slow down.
Like underwater almost.
Yeah, and they realized we had to redo all the jet flares, all these Star Furies. And so we sat down frame by frame to say that engine has to come on, this one has to go off, because it's designed to work in real space and real science. I've heard several times from folks at NASA who said to me, look, down the road, still working on the money for it. We want to get fork lips in space. We want to use the design of the Star Furies. Because it's the first one that actually looked like it would work. So I said it's really important to get the science right on this stuff.
Will you get a kickback from NASA to do that?
I have no comment on that.
Do you think they have the funding?
I know they don't. But one thing I know you can talk about is we just announced. I know it's a different topic, but your deal with Dark Horse. So, I'm excited to work with Dark Horse after.
It's great. I took a break to work on getting AWA started, got back done, and now my goal is to work with Dark Horse to create this whole other universe of characters and situations. Do massive big stories, do fantasy stuff. I like to play in different areas, different genres, from fantasy to science fiction to horror to mainstream. I'm changing a movie with a mainstream drama. So I wanted a house where I could do all of those things. He said, just write whatever you want, and we'll publish it. So because it's an opportunity for me to just sit and play. I got into this to tell stories. That's all I am. If God came tomorrow and said, you can't write anymore, that'd be a puff of purple smoke, and I just disappear.
This is why you're an atheist, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm pumped up.
Thank you so much.
Are we good?
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you, sir.
But I'm done with this bullshit. Like, you're not gonna watch this. But if you do like what you see here, comment, like, dislike, share it if you want. I go into more detail, but I'm just trolling anyway. I mean, after all, I gotta go on Sub Pals and YT Pals just to get 100, maybe 200 views on this fucking thing, and you all can suck. Shout out to my patrons.
Necro Nicki, Shadowvessel, The Fly Attractor, Count Moribon, Janitor J, Ryan Zacher, Gary Mossberg, and James Quinn.
Yay! Back to my regular weekly rants rather than covering a show that is grueling to watch.